Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot, and we're back to give you guys some NBA player props and spreads for Thursday, March 4th. Today is the last day before the All-Star break, so I'll get into that in a second. But yesterday, man, we killed it 5-1. The only loss was a Jarrett Allen under 15.5. And I just shake my head. You look at that game, and he has 9 points in like 6 minutes. It's like, come on. And then he hits one putback layup, and then he's at 17. Very close, but hey, we killed it. Norm Powell destroyed his over. Curry, same thing. Then we had Nets minus 10, easy money. Sixers +3, they won outright. We love that. Hope we helped you guys out. We're back to give you guys some more player props and spreads for Thursday. Like I said, it is the last day before the All-Star break, so proceed with caution is kind of my thing. I don't know. I'm not going to play everything at a full unit. Everything will be kind of a half size because I don't know how many minutes people are going to get. It's always weird. There'll be late scratches, obviously, so a bet might be, I don't know, team -5 right now, and then next thing you know, it changes completely. I have no idea, so proceed with caution. Man, we are so close to 600 subscribers, so click that subscribe button down below. I think we're only 10 subscribers away. And yesterday, man, you guys killed it. I believe we had 71 likes, something like that, most ever. So thank you guys so much for the support. Let's get into some player props and spreads that I like. And I'm going to start with Zion Williamson, over 39.5 points, rebounds, and assists. One of our followers, Bryce, he gave me this pick. I believe it was Bryce. I hope that's the right name. He gave us this pick yesterday, actually, in the comments. He was like, he asked my thoughts on Zion over 40.5. And I looked at it, and Zion had been killing it recently. So when you look at his stat line recently, last night he had, let's see, he had 42 combined, which I ended up taking it at 41.5, and he had 42. Lucky for me, he hit that. But he shot 8 for 16 from the free throw line, which is much lower than he normally shoots. He normally is like a 70% free throw shooter, at least in the months of February and March. But then before that, he had 41. Then he had over 40. He's basically had over 40 in about 6-7 straight games. I think he can do that again tonight against the Heat, who I'm not sure if Bam Adebayo will be playing or not. But regardless, the last time these two teams played, which was back in, I believe, December 29th, something along those lines, and Zion just absolutely destroyed them. He had 32 and 14, and that was December Zion, and we know he's much better come now. He's been, handling the ball. He's had about 5 assists in 6 or 7 straight games. He's insanely good, and I'm going to take his over tonight in points and rebounds and assists, 39.5 at the moment. I think that's a good line. I think he can easily get up to 40. And moving on to my next player prop, we're going to talk, and I got a couple of leans that I'm kind of looking at, but we're going to do 2 unders. Those are my last 2 player props that I'm looking at. And the first one, Moran under 20.5 points. I know, it's disrespectful. I don't love picking unders, but when I look at this matchup against the Bucks, it doesn't play in Moran's favor. Sure, last game it did when he dropped 35+ points against the Wizards, but I could drop at least 20 against the Wizards. That's a cakewalk. But you look at Moran, and he drives to the rim, and the Bucks have 2 of the best rim protectors in the league, Brook Lopez and Giannis. And they played once, and the last time they did play was back in the bubble, I believe in August. It was the last game for the Grizzlies in the bubble, and the Grizzlies did win, which is why I'm hesitant to pick the Bucks spread. Although I do think the Bucks should cover, but we've been hurt by the Bucks recently. They just don't show up like they did just last game against the Nuggets. They didn't even come to play. So I'm taking Jaws under 20.5 points. Why? Because last time these two teams played, although in a big Grizzlies 15-point win, Morant 12 points, 5 for 17 shooting. He's going to have to knock down some jump shots tonight, and I think he'll be reluctant to take them. And so that's kind of what I'm going with. I don't think he'll be able to finish that rim with ease. 20.5 points, he hasn't necessarily hit that in really a lot of games. I believe he's hit that only in 1 of his last 4 games. Every other game he's either been in like the 10 to 15 point range, and then 1 game he had 20 points, which would still fall under the under, and then obviously he had his 35-point game. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. My last prop for the night is going to be Kyle Lowry under 14.5 rebounds and assists. I know we saw Van Vliet and Siakam out last night, and it still didn't really affect what Lowry put up. And sure, Lowry's capable of triple doubles. We've seen it, but when you look at this matchup, Lowry only had 10 last night, but looking even farther, against this Celtics team, even the Russell Westbrook struggled to put up rebounds and assists against them, and he's as big of a stat patter as we know, and he barely got up to 21, which is over. And now we're asking Lowry to get to 15, Granted, it is minus 125, the under, but looking at these matchups against Boston this year, he put up 7 combined rebounds and assists and 10 combined rebounds and assists in their previous 2 games. Last year, including the playoffs when they went in a 7-game series, this under would have been 10-1. He only hit it once, and that was in the playoffs when he played, I believe, 44 minutes. I don't think he's getting 44 minutes tonight, and if he does, then that means they went into like triple overtime, and I don't even think then he would get that many minutes because they're trying to rest everyone before the All-Star break. So, 10-1, 2-0 this year. The under just is looking too good. Sure, he could hit it, but I'm playing a numbers game, and so we're going to take the under 14.5 rebounds and assists. Lock it in. Moving on, and then a couple other leans for player props. Norm Powell's over. He's a GOAT. I love him. 24.5 is a little high. He did shoot 14 for 20 last night. Don't expect that to continue, but he's Norm Powell, so I'd consider that. Chris Paul's under in points. I didn't have a line for it, but you people out there, I forgot who said it, but yeah, Chris Paul's pass mode only recently. I'd take his under again. And as for my 3 spreads that I'm looking at, Knicks versus Pistons, under 220, 210.5. And this is like that meme that's like, how many times we have to teach you this lesson, old man? And that's picking Knicks unders, especially with the Pistons. Man, these 2 teams, whenever they play, someone fails to score 100 points, and that's beautiful for an under. Last time they played, February 28th, final score 109-90. We had the under that night, easy money. They'll fail, and that was with the Knicks team shooting 13 for 26 from 3, 50%, which is unheard of. The Knicks don't knock down shots like that. The Knicks still might be without a starting point guard tonight. They might have Frank Ntilikina, Frankie Smokes. Yeah, I don't know about that, but and then they'll also have Emmanuel Quickley, who doesn't really pass it too much, but he can fill it up, which is the only thing scary for this under. But yeah, I'll take the Knicks Pistons under 210.5. Moving on, Warriors at Suns. I'm gonna take the Suns minus 5.5, but like I said, I'm playing everything smaller units because this is right now. Right now, I think everyone's playing. That could obviously change. Warriors could sit Curry or Draymond or something, and then it might change in the Suns' favor. I'm just going to do Suns 5.5. When you look at this, Phoenix won this matchup earlier this season by 21 points. The Suns are the far better team. They're 23-11, second seed in the Western Conference. I think they want to go into the All-Star break with another win under their belt. And it's at home. Phoenix is 10-4 as home favorites. The Warriors are 4-7 as road underdogs. And, against the spread, that is. The Suns should be able to take care of the Warriors easily. Warriors are also on the second half of a back-to-back. Doesn't necessarily play in their favor. I'm taking the Suns to cover 5.5 points. And I would probably take them up to 6 or 7, depending on what injuries come out. And then my last spread of the night will be Nuggets minus 4.5 at the Pacers. Here are your stats for you. Indiana hasn't been good lately. 0-5 against the spread in the last 5 games. Indiana is 6-11 against the spread at home. Denver is 8-4 as an away favorite against the spread, and including a big win against the Bucks a couple nights ago where they won outright and they were 8-point underdogs. The Nuggets are just playing better as a team. The Pacers just won't have an answer for Jokic and company. Michael Porter Jr. is playing really good well. I'm taking the Nuggets to win and cover on the road. So to recap, we got Nuggets minus 4.5, Knicks Pistons under 210.5. I got Warriors Suns minus 5.5. And then we got Zion over 39.5 points, rebounds, and assists. John Morant under 20.5 points, not rebounds, 20.5 points. And then Kyle Lowry under 14.5 rebounds and assists. Those are just my thoughts. Leave your bets always down in the description. I'll kind of give you my thoughts. Like I said, it's All-Star break, so keep in mind what to expect. There's a lot of uncertainty out there. This has been Austin. Thank you guys again so much for the support. I'll catch you guys again. I don't know when, but we'll probably have some videos coming out over All-Star break, and I'll come out with some videos. I don't know, just putting some fun money on the All-Star game, maybe the dunk contest, skills challenge, stuff like that. We're going to have fun with it. This is betting. It's supposed to be a fun, positive atmosphere. This has been Austin. I will catch you guys again soon. See you guys later. Peace out.